This week, Siskel and Ebert review dancer Demi Moore fending off lecherous Burt Reynolds in Striptease. A skirt-chasing bachelor takes a walk on the wild side in Maybe, Maybe Not. And Eddie Murphy's incredible weight loss gives him a new personality in The Nutty Professor.
Takes it off in Striptease, one of 5 summer movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert, including Eddie Murphy in the much-anticipated remake of The Nutty Professor, and also films about subjects as varied as Oliver North and Iceland. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie is Striptease, starring Demi Moore as a brave mother who works as a stripper to raise money to win a custody fight for her daughter. And right there you've got the problem. Her character is seen as courageous and admirable, but the movie is a comedy and a satire, and all of the other characters are funny, but not to me.
God, it's 8 weeks, and I still get nauseous before I have to go out there.
You get over it.
Really? I can't imagine that.
The movie is based on a very funny novel by Carl Hiaasen, who aimed the same satirical attitude at all of his characters. He spared nobody, and Burt Reynolds rises to the occasion with a very funny performance as a congressman who is addicted to booze, sex, and making a fool out of himself.
You've never covered yourself with Vaseline?
No, not unless I have third-degree burns, no.
You don't know what you're missing. I've got it all over. It's down in my boots. I can feel it squishing between my toes.
All right, okay.
Moore's no-good ex-husband, played by Robert Patrick, is such a louse he uses their daughter as a prop for stealing wheelchairs.
Get in the van, Angie. Get in. We're parked in a loading zone. We don't want to break the law.
Another scene stealer is Ving Rhames, who was the crime boss in Pulp Fiction and here plays the club bouncer.
Where have you been all night?
Doing my Christmas shopping early. Martha Stewart recommends it.
My guess is that everybody laughed at the original Carl Hiaasen novel, and then they started rewriting it a little to make the Demi Moore character more positive. And that was not a good idea, because her character should be just as much the target of humor as everybody else in the movie, and they made her into sort of a plucky heroine of the sort that Sally Field plays. This confuses the tone in a lot of scenes where you have some actors going for laughs and the heroine playing it too straight. Thumbs down from me for Striptease.
Way down from me. I mean, the writing is awful. I didn't read the book, so I didn't have that insight.
It's a great book. I love the book.
I can appreciate the criticism you're giving, because that now makes sense. Her character is deadly boring. Let's face it, as constructed, the only reason to look at this picture is to see her body. She's continuing a progression in which I don't know what's next for her. If you think about it, Demi, has a baby on camera. I mean, that's about it, where she seems to be headed. That's the level, and I'm criticizing it on the level because that's what everybody's thinking about when they watch this picture. It is a study in her body. Burt Reynolds, I can admire the attempt at self-parody at some level, but he actually is ripping off what Charles Durning did a whole lot better in Reynolds' picture called The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Well, I like Burt Reynolds in the movie, and I liked most everybody else in the movie, too, but I did feel that it should be a raucous laugh riot. It's a comedy.
The whole notion of her being,
It's not a remake.
It's a Scarlet Letter almost in the same way.
You're right.
That's just what she's doing. Ridiculous.
Okay.